Welcome anyone to my YouTube channel. This is 2BCKillU, aka Everett, and today's video is a bit of a sad one. No way to sugarcoat it. There's been some layoffs, but I'll get into that before I do get into all that. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video. Just things have been happening, kind of get busy and everything. But I'm going to try and just do some more videos, get back into making more videos and everything. I got to record more gameplay footage. As you can tell, I'm using older footage right now for the video that for this one. But yeah, before we get into the topic at hand, do all that good stuff, like, subscribe, share, all that good shit. So yeah, let's get into it. Microsoft. So layoffs. They lay off a bunch of people, and they've closed 4 studios. They've closed Arcane Austin. They made Redfall recently. They made the Prey game. They're shutting down. Not Arcane, just Arcane Austin, because they're still Arcane Leon. They're shutting down, and some of the people that are, not everyone's being laid off. Some people are going over to other studios within Bethesda. Also, yeah, side note, or not side note, but these are all Bethesda studios, I guess you could say. There's Alpha Dog Studios. They're closing down. They were more of a support studio, I think. But they did make that Mighty Doom game for the phones. That's going to be closed as well, shut down. The Mighty Doom game, I believe it's in August. August 7th, yes, I see it right here. I'm reading it on my phone. They're done. Roundhouse Games, that's another support studio. They're not really shutting down. I mean, they are getting shut down, but Roundhouse is just joining ZeniMax Online. So, like, they're shutting down that name, but the people are not being laid off. They're just going to go join ZeniMax Online, help out with, like, Elder Scrolls Online and all that, I'm assuming. And I think ZeniMax Online is supposed to be doing another game, but I'm not really remembering right off the top of my head. And then, so the one that I will talk about in a bit too, but that's caused the most, like, outrage online. I say outrage, quote unquote outrage, is Tango Gameworks is getting shut down. Recently they released Hi-Fi Rush. They made the Evil Within one to Ghostwire Tokyo. It was the one, like, Japanese studio that Microsoft or Xbox had. So yeah, Tango Gameworks, Roundhouse Games, Alpha Dog Studios, Arcane Austin. So my opinion is these suck. People losing their jobs, obviously it sucks. These studios getting closed down, it sucks. But on the other hand, I understand it. Roundhouse Games, like I said, they were a support studio. Probably saw it and be like, well, we don't really need to have this studio, whatever, be a thing. But they didn't delete. They didn't get rid of the people. Sorry, I'm looking at my computer and I saw the word delete. They didn't get rid of the people. They're just moving them over to another studio. There's the Alpha Dog Studios, which honestly, maybe Mighty Doom wasn't doing as well. But it probably also is more along the lines of because Microsoft just bought ABK. So King Games is going to be their mobile studio, mobile outfit and all that, whatever you want to call it. Maybe they just, a combination of they're not making enough money, maybe a redundancy with Alpha Dog and all that, So, that's why those probably make more sense. As for Arcane Austin, everyone loved Prey. They came out with that Prey game. Everyone loved it. I don't remember what other games they made, but everyone loved it. But when you look at the sales, that game didn't do well. Redfall. Do we even need to go into the shit show that was Redfall? Nobody liked that game, and for understandable reasons. I understand it, but that game was not received well. It probably didn't sell well over, its lifetime or whatever. Also with Redfall, any DLC that's getting canceled. That was part of this. So yeah, they're just abandoning Redfall, meaning it just didn't do numbers. And as for Tango Gameworks, unfortunately, that makes sense too. Over the life, I think that studio's been around for almost 15 years or something. I thought I saw that it formed in 2010 or something. So like 2010 to 2024. They released The Evil Within 1 and 2. Those games did not sell well. Ghostwire Tokyo, from everything that I could find online, did not sell well. And Hi-Fi Rush, which was received really well, but apparently still not a moneymaker. And then they even released it. Xbox released it on PlayStation 5, clearly because they wanted to make more money off of it. And it wasn't, most likely that's what it was. It wasn't selling. So I say all this to my point is I see online all these people that are complaining and outrage, and there's people like, I'm canceling my Game Pass subscription and I'm done with Xbox and all this stuff. First of all, it's Twitter. Twitter's not real life. We're a small minority of vocal gamers on the internet. Because I bet you the people who buy games that don't, that are a little bit more casual than people like us are going to be like, oh, they closed studios? I didn't even realize. They're probably not even, they just know, oh, it's an Xbox game, it's a PlayStation game, it's this, things like that. It's Rockstar, maybe, I guess, would be for Grand Theft Auto. They probably might be more well known. Because I wouldn't even know if the casual would know that, like, it's, the actual studios, it's just Activision that makes Call of Duty. They wouldn't probably know, Sledgehammer and Treyarch and all that stuff. Infinity Ward. So yeah, there's that. Online, obviously, it's always going to be the end of the world, especially when it comes to Xbox. Especially when it comes to Xbox. Because Xbox can't do anything right. I saw Sony has closed down studios within the last year too. There's been other companies that have closed down studios. But you don't see the journalists. They say, oh, this, man, yeah, that's a bad thing. It's a bad look. But I've literally seen a couple journalists saying, like, yeah, maybe it's time that you should cancel your subscription. Today's a good day to cancel your Game Pass subscription. That's the kind of stuff that Xbox gets. Whether it's warranted or not, that's obviously up to the individual. But that's how it is. And I say all this to say that, like, all this outrage, like, when you look at it, all the people who are bitching and moaning and complaining that they closed down these studios, most likely weren't going out and like, I need to go play Redfall. I need to support Arcane Austin. Or they had a Game Pass subscription and they didn't, like, at least maybe buy, like, they probably played Hi-Fi Rush, but they didn't buy, like, that extra, I forgot, it was like $10 or $15 or maybe even $20. I don't remember. To be like, oh, here's the special edition. Just to try to support Tango Gameworks. They probably didn't even buy, like, Ghostwire Tokyo or Evil Within 1 and 2. Or Prey. Like, a lot of these people that most likely didn't support these games. And so, to me, it's just fake outrage. Or outrage just to be like, just more to pile on Xbox. And when you see, like, ex-executives, like, I'm blanking on his name, Mikey Barra. He used to work at Blizzard. He just recently got let go within, like, the last 6 months or something. He's come out and saying, like, you guys need to stop attacking guys like Phil Spencer and all that. Like, Phil Spencer is not the one. This is most likely Microsoft, the big wigs at Microsoft, not necessarily Xbox, that are like, yeah, just get rid of it. I saw a tweet or a reply to a tweet that's saying that most likely, because everyone is, like, calling for Phil Spencer's head, that the higher ups at Microsoft are saying, like, either you're going to do this or we're just going to get rid of you. And what do you think? He's going to just be like, fall on his own sword, be like, okay, well, fire me. No, everyone's going to be like, fuck, okay, I guess. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of rambling here. This is the way, obviously, I kind of do my content anyway. But, I just wanted to give my two thoughts, or my two cents, my thoughts on all this, because, like I said, I think it sucks. Do I wish they didn't close down? Of course. Why would you want to close down studios? Why should anyone want studios to get closed down? But this is the reality. These companies probably were just, at some point, you have to look at what the corporations are going to do. They're going to trim the fat, and this is what happens when, the games they release aren't huge hits. Like, I understand that Redfall was a bad game, but Prey wasn't, and that apparently didn't sell well. Everyone talks about how they love The Evil Within, or I see a lot of people talking about how they love The Evil Within 1 and 2 and Ghostwire Tokyo. But those games were not, selling in the millions like that. At some point or another, these studios, if they're not hitting certain marks, this is what they do. This is what big companies do. They all do it. Sony does it. Ubisoft does it. EA does it. They all end up doing it. They either put the studios as, they combine them or they shut them down. And it's just a sad reality we're going to have to accept at some point. And if we don't want that to be a thing, well, then you have to be someone who goes out and, like, buy the game, play the game, and tell people, play this game and buy it. It's got to be, games sell well through word of mouth. I mean, just look at, like, Helldivers 2 recently. You think that game just because it was great, it sold well? No. It's great, and people were like, dude, you have to play this game. Palworld. You think that game got as many players as it did just because it was a good game? No. Because people were like, dude, you have to play this game. That's how it goes. That's how all the games, that sell well end up making as many, high in sales as they can through word of mouth. I don't know. I think that's all I have to say on all this stuff. I just wanted to make a video and put my thoughts out there and my opinions and everything. But I've rambled on long enough. So, yeah, go ahead, like, subscribe, all that good stuff and everything. I've been Two Beats to Kill You, and I'll catch you later.